Summary of the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We are dependent individuals. At first it all starts with the fact that we are dependent beings. We are like children. We grow up with the mentality that things should be given to us. Our failures are the fault of others and life is unfair. If we are late, it is the fault of traffic. If we are fired, it is the fault of the boss. If we treat our partner badly, it is because he or she got on our nerves. Dependency is a state where we consider ourselves victims of what happens to us. It is from dependency that everything starts. When we reach the state of independence, we achieve what Dr. Covey calls private victory. We experience private victory when we learn self-government and self-discipline. Habit 1. Be proactive. Reactive people attribute their behavior to 3 fundamental factors: genetic characteristics we inherit, psychological education, upbringing, or environmental, what surrounds us. These types of people are those who live based on Newton's law of action and reaction. I receive a stimulus and react by giving a response. The language of reactive people is, I can't, that's how I am, it drives me crazy, they won't allow it, it drove me crazy, etc. Proactive people understand that between the stimulus and the response, there is a space where they find freedom to choose the action according to their values. Proactive people assume responsibility. They are people of action. Their language is, let's examine our alternatives. Let's look for a different approach. I control my feelings. I will choose the appropriate response. One of the best expressions of a proactive being was the one shown by Dr. Viktor Frankl. Between 1942 and 1945, he lived through hell, being subjected to several Nazi concentration camps, including Auschwitz and Dachau. He wrote about his experiences. Those of us who lived in concentration camps can remember the men who walked through the huts, giving encouragement to others, giving away their last piece of bread. They may have been few in number, but they offer sufficient proof that everything can be taken from a man except one thing: the last of the human freedoms. The power to choose one's own attitude in any given circumstance, the power to choose one's own way. This is being proactive, the power to choose one's own attitude in response to any given circumstance. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. As Mary Shelley says, nothing contributes so much to quieting the mind as a stable purpose, a point where the soul can fix its vision. The second habit starts from the fact that you need to plan your future. You need to see clearly today how you want to be remembered when you die. Do you want to be remembered as a good father or mother, an honest businessman, a committed person who keeps his word? To do this, you need to build a personal mission. The personal mission is a written document where you express your mission in this life. The personal mission is not normally created, but discovered based on your passion, your talents, and the deep desire to leave a positive mark on this world to help others. After you define your personal mission, you need to establish the roles that are important to achieve your mission: father, mother, businessman, employee, friend, etc. And set goals and daily activities that will lead you to fulfill your mission in the long term. Habit number 3, put first things first. The third habit is about the ability to prioritize activities in your life, to focus on what is really important. Basically, there are important activities. These are those that contribute to your mission, values, and high priority goals. Urgent activities. These need immediate attention. If we make a matrix that shows the activities of our day divided between important and non-important activities, and urgent and non-urgent, what we should seek to achieve is to invest most of our time in quadrant 2, important and non-urgent activities. In Stephen Covey's own words, the effective person has crises and emergencies in quadrant I that require immediate attention, but the number is comparatively small. They stay in balance by focusing on what is important, rather than on what is urgent. In conclusion, if we manage to, 1. Be proactive. We are not victims of life. We choose the attitude and the response to the circumstances. 2. We begin with the end in mind. We are clear about our mission in life, and focus our daily activities on carrying out our purpose. 3. We put first things first. We prioritize the activities of our life. We proactively plan our week with the goal of minimizing crises and emergencies and investing most of our time in important activities. We will come to experience the private victory that Covey refers to. We will become independent individuals with the right foundations to build our public victory. Habit number 4. Think win-win. In any transaction in life, we must think win or win. We must intentionally seek to make both parties win. Whether it is relationships, business, or other relationships, we always come out better if we both win. Any other type of transaction that is not win or win is destructive because it produces a loser. Consequently, it produces enemies, bad feelings, failure, and hostility. Effective people become the best by multiplying their allies, not their enemies. Habit number 5. Seek first to understand and then to be understood. If you want to develop win or win relationships, remember that you must understand very well what the other person wants and what winning means to them. Don't assume that you know. Listen. Don't oppose what you hear. Simply put yourself in the other person's shoes. Starting from the principle that every person has a good intention, understanding the other's point of view will help you enormously to achieve your goals as well. This is called applying empathetic communication. Habit number 6. Synergize. I'm sure you've heard that the power of a whole is greater than that of the parts. This is what Dr. Covey calls synergy. To achieve this state, it is of utmost importance that there is excellent communication in the team. The two pillars of synergy are communication and cooperation. To summarize, listen, reflect, respond, and cooperate. Developing these 3 habits in your life will lead you to public victory. We reap public victory when we build deep, lasting, and effective relationships. This leads us to interdependence. Habit number 7. Sharpen the saw. You are developing this habit right now as you read this article. Highly effective people take the time to sharpen their tools, which translates into cultivating their body. Exercise to develop strength, flexibility, and physical endurance. Prayer and meditation. Also reading good literature, art, or music. Mind. Reading, educating yourself. Research, learning something new. Heart. Working on developing an emotional connection with other people. Thank you for joining me this far. But first, I want to invite you to leave your comments on the summary, and if you have already read the book, please let me know what was the greatest revelation you had while reading it.